Business as a Mission basically is a movement within the missions organization and ministry of trying to take personal vocational skills, talents, whatever it is that you are able to do for a job, and take that and use that in a different way rather than just for profit-seeking reasons, but also for a ministry reason as well.
It's just a group that we started because we wanted to raise awareness about the BAM movement and just the different direction that missions work is going. We want people, especially students who are studying different majors, to know that they are still going into full-time ministry even if they aren't a ministry major. And then there's also a lot of room for BAM in other countries that are just as developed but maybe are closed access. They don't allow missionary visas.
Traditional missions is dying out in a sense of it's really hard to get into a country to do missions. Governments don't like to see that. They don't like the idea of Christianity coming in. So if they see a business coming in that might promote more socio-economic growth for the country and they see some kind of reward or incentive for them, they'll let a business come in sooner than they would a missionary.
So people go in as professionals, they go in as businessmen or doctors or TESOL educators, and then through that they start a business or they just begin working in the workforce, and they kind of make their professional development and their professional career just as important as the spiritual impact they're having on the area.
I've seen a lot of things around the world that I would like to change, and recognizing that my business degree can give me the opportunity to do that. I see how I can create a business that can supply a need for people around the world, and through that, creating relationships gives me the opportunity to bring the gospel into the picture.
The Lord was placing this on my heart, and He was really preparing me to get involved in something like this because it was something He wanted me to do. So as soon as I started understanding more about BAM, I knew that it was something I needed to pursue and learn more about.
Everyone, no matter if they're in ministry solely, or if they're in business, or if they're in education, or any type of field really, that they are able to be used for the kingdom in a kingdom building sense, rather than just leaving ministry for ministry people.
We had a conference in February. It's the Next Steps conference. It was the first student-led BAM conference of its kind, so we were able to bring in students from around the Midwest, around Indiana.
So the idea behind the conference, even the term Next Steps, is basically the next steps. What does that look like? A lot of students didn't even know what the term BAM was, so we were in the education process of that. But even after those 3 days, trying to figure out what is the next step for those students coming and attending this conference. As a student anywhere, really, it's just so important to be able to be willing to go out and do those things and take initiative and do something totally different than anyone else has done. I think it's really important, not just to look cool or to do something radical, but just be obedient to what God's calling you to do.